Yes, you can tell this is a geeky household. Wrestling stuff on top, Pokemon stuff sitting on the radiator. Welcome, this is Headlocks and Headphones. Producer Zoe Styles is the Pokemon fan. I'm the wrestling fan. Now, today I'm going to be talking about somebody that's one of the most divisive characters in wrestling. One of the people who's split the opinion of fans for years. And no, I'm not talking about Roman Reigns. No, I'm not talking about Jim Cornette. I'm talking about Dave Meltzer. Now, one of the opinions that people seem to have about Dave Meltzer is he's never worked a day in his life in the wrestling business. He has absolutely zero idea of why the WWE, AEW, WCW, NWA, NXT, Impact, or New Japan Pro Wrestling, he has no idea what they're getting right and what they're getting wrong because he has no knowledge. Actually, Dave Meltzer has got quite a lot of things right over the years. And to top it all off, Dave Meltzer, if he was to just report the facts, report the details, and step away from his very weird tongue. If you haven't seen that, the video is out there. The weird tongue thing he does, just creepy. Stop it, you dirty old man. We all end up dirty old men, but no, stop it. Down, boy. With Dave Meltzer, actually, one thing about Dave Meltzer which is quite funny. If you've ever seen his office, then it's an absolute shambles. Go and Google Dave Meltzer office and see exactly how bad it is. When the picture was reposted on social media last week, he was called various names and labelled as, well, I can't say some of those words, YouTube will give me into trouble. But this is the thing, I've had disagreements with Dave Meltzer on Twitter constantly. I've disagreed with his opinion, and by saying I disagree, it opens me up to abuse. Because everybody assumes, much like when I criticise AEW, well, I criticise AEW because something they do is bad. Well, I must do it because I'm a WWE fanboy. I must criticise Dave Meltzer because I hate him. Conversely, it was my birthday. And when it was my birthday, friend of the show, Gordy, got me a birthday present that, quite frankly, was something I was looking at before Christmas. And I thought, do you know what? When I finish university, I'll get it because I'll be able to sit down and read it properly from cover to cover. And for everybody who thinks I hate Dave Meltzer, I would highly recommend the Wrestling Observer Yearbook 1997. Go out of your way, get a copy. As far as I'm concerned, Dave Meltzer might be a bit of an idiot on Twitter. He might have a weird tongue. He might be a bit of an obsessive person when it comes to the Young Bucks and trying to tell you that you're wrong because you have a different opinion to him. But there's absolutely no way we can argue. If you look at the Wrestling Observer, this is actually a piece of historical text. The reports that he gives of what's happening in the wrestling business are very good for turning into yearbooks of 1997. They're very good for discovering what happened at the Montreal Screwjob. They're very good at documenting historical events, factual events. Dave Meltzer is great. He has so many things that are very, very important about what he does. The problem with Dave Meltzer, much like Brian Alvarez, is not the good work that they do. It's the fact that they somehow feel they can tell you that you're wrong for having an opinion. You can disagree with me anytime you want. My emails are always open, YouTube comments are always open, and Twitter comments are always open. And I will never insult you for disagreeing with me. We may have some banter and a bit of laughs, but the problem with Dave Meltzer is he produces great content like this, and then he goes and tells people on social media to die. I have no issue with the work of Dave Meltzer. I have an issue with the words of Dave Meltzer beyond his work. As far as I'm concerned, Dave Meltzer is a historian. Much like Jim Cornette is a historian, much like several other people have come and helped the wrestling business in recent years. Brian Last has got an extensive wrestling collection. Conrad Thompson is building almost a museum-level collection of wrestling artifacts. There are many good people in the wrestling business. And if you disagree with people like Conrad Thompson, they're not going to tell you to go and die. Because they understand. We all like different things. And that's what should be important about wrestling. We can all like different things. I'm never going to tell you to stop watching something because I dislike it. And I'm never going to tell you you have to watch something because I do. Dave Meltzer might tell you to go and die because you don't agree with him. I certainly won't. In fact, I'll tell you to like and subscribe and tune in on Saturday for our WrestleMania special. We'll see you then, but we won't see Dave Meltzer. Bye.